All right, so actually Italy is the first country in Europe that has been hit by this COVID-19. So we got a very long and strict lockdown in the spring. So we were about to go on tour, and we just found out that we couldn't go on tour anymore, so we canceled the tours and we spent the whole spring at home. We just had some better conditions during the summer, so we had the opportunity as a country to lift a little bit the restrictions. But right now things are getting worse again because of the fall. We are, entering winter in a bit, and it's gonna be tough once again. Everybody in the band is super fine. Us in Italy, Eugene he lives in Vienna, in Austria. So we are pretty lucky so far. We didn't have any bad experience, let's say, health-wise at least. And so we just stayed home, worked as much as possible at home, try to find new ways to be in touch with the fans, try new ways to work together, because now we cannot gather, we cannot meet in the same room and write material, do some stuff, so we have to do it remotely. So basically, we try to find new solutions to go on working, and we started in some new experiences like the SNL Saturday Night Lockdown, which is a podcast that I did in the spring that we are thinking to start again now, stuff like that. So this is what we've been doing, and also we had some hobbies, some stuff. So of course we try to use this time home. We tour a lot. We've been touring at least a lot until the COVID-19. So we try to see the positive aspect of staying home during this pandemic. So yeah, we try to focus on things that we just didn't have time to take care of back in the days when we were touring. The best experience so far, at least professional wise, I think it's the live streaming concert that we've done in August, and it's been weird, but it's been super cool. We actually had in mind to do another one, but with these new restrictions, it's gonna be complicated. And the worst probably was when we found out that we couldn't go on tour. We had this incredible tour in United States with a string quartet, and it was a lot of work, a lot of preparation, and it's been a bummer to postpone first and then cancel that tour. So yeah, probably that thing was the worst moment. We try to find, at least so far, other ways to stay in touch with the fans, to do what we are supposed to do as musicians, so deliver music, entertain people. We have no shows, so we just did this only one live streaming concert. And yes, we spend the time working on other stuff. We just released an acoustic version of the song The Day Will Be Gone, which is a song that you can find on the latest album Veleno. It's one of the things we've been working on. We also worked on a new material that we plan to release probably like end of the year, something like that. And then we are already, putting some things together for the album that we are planning to record next year probably. We thought it was more than right to start working on new material. So yeah, you can expect new stuff in the next few months, and we are gonna most likely record the new album next year, and hopefully also release the new album next year. Let's see how it turns out, okay? The production is very important for us, and that's the thing that at first created some concerns when we were about to do the live streaming concert, because we didn't want to do anything fake, and that kind of stuff is real, is very authentic when you go on stage, because there is a totally different energy. We just didn't felt like okay, let's do it with the camera instead of an audience in front of you. So we did that show with normal clothes and stuff like that, because we really think that this theatrical aspect of the band, this very entertaining part of the band with the clothing, with the production and everything, is something that is alive when it's live. And so of course it's a very important part of our artistic, let's say, proposal. And so yes, hopefully when we will be able to come back to South America once again, we will have a better production, a bigger production, and we will improve all these props and clothes and everything to give you even a more atmospheric and more intense, let's say, experience. Because I go to a Fleshgod concert not just for the music. I mean, we wanted to cover 360, you know, the whole, all the angles, all the things possible. So we try to give an experience to people. So when they come, yeah, they see people performing some music that they like, but at the same time they have to be immersed in a completely different atmosphere, a completely different world, which is Fleshgod world. So yes, we will invest even more on this aspect, and yeah, expect some more in the next years. Alright, so horror movies have never been a topic for Fleshgod, let's say, but the imaginary, the horror imaginary is very important to us. We have this horror related, you know, imaginary. The clothings, the video clips, the photo shoots, all these are always permeated and influenced by this horror iconography. So it is very important, but we never wrote music about a story or something which is also the story of an horror movie. For what concerns the influences music-wise, of course we are heavily influenced by death metal and metal in general, from European death metal like At the Gates, all the Scandinavian, let's say, death metal, to the American, so Morbid Angel or Deicide. So these are the main influences that we have. Vader, for example, also the Polish death metal has been very important to us, and so yeah, this is the heaviest part. Then we have a lot of influences from symphonic metal like Septic Flesh, like Nightwish. So even stuff that is other subgenres of metal like power metal, let me say Rhapsody, let me say Blind Guardian, stuff like that. And for what concerns the orchestral parts, the symphonic part, probably the Romantics are the composers that influenced us the most, like let me say, like Beethoven, probably, like as one of the first Romantics, and then Wagner, Verdi. So this kind of composers influenced us a lot. All this music looks very far one from each other. We try to stay in the middle. We try to find a balance between all these aspects, between all these influences. So the goal for us is to find a perfect balance. And also lately we experimented a lot. We did an acoustic song, as I said. We did a lot of more gothic oriented music. It's very cool that we have no restrictions, no limits in our music, and so we can really explore new fields every time, and give completely freedom to our fantasy to create new stuff. So It's super cool. It's a great journey. Fleshgod is a great journey musical wise. Yeah, as I said before, we did this live streaming concert in August, and it was very intense. We wanted to create a very authentic and intimate atmosphere. First of all, because we felt comfortable while doing a show with all the productions. It was a little bit weird to us, and second of all, because we wanted to kind of bring the listeners into our world when we write and record and rehearse. So we thought it was super cool to give this new side of the band, to give a view of this new side of the band. And I think a lot of people, like almost everybody, appreciated it. So we are very happy about this. It was very complicated to set up, very, very complicated. It's not that easy to find a company right now that can help you, especially for metal or all alternative rock. It's something that is very unusual, streaming a concert. It's not something that anybody was ready to do. So we've been lucky to find these guys from Sanda Movies, a company in Rome that helped us to broadcast the show. And so we went to the Bloom Recording Studio, which is an incredible studio, and we performed from there. And it's been unbelievable. And also the help from all our friends, Fabrizio, the owner, Marco, our producer, Martina, the director. It was great. It was very tough for us, even economical wise, to face all these expenses, but we've been supported so much, and we feel very lucky for that. And I think the result is amazing. It's outstanding. A lot of people ask that as a DVD or stuff like that. We might think about it because it's so authentic. It's so pure that and it framed a moment of desperation that it's I think it's a very cool content, a very something to be proud of, So yeah, if we have the opportunity, we're gonna give this to the fans for sure. Alright, so yeah, I like horror movies, especially the old generation of horror movies, and to name probably the best to me, I would say The Shining by Stanley Kubrick is the one of the most iconic movie. It made shit my pants, so it was incredible. Even the novel from Stephen King is insane, but the movie itself, is extreme under many aspects. Psychologically, is fucking extreme, and yeah, and if I have to name an actor, I would go for Jack Nicholson because of the incredible performance that he delivered on that movie itself. And yeah, he is amazing. I think everybody knows him, so it's so iconic that everybody knows him, and he scares people even if he doesn't play a role in a movie. He scares people in the interviews itself. So it's and what concerns probably the new stuff, I would say, with miniseries like The Conjuring or The Haunting of the Hill House that you can find of Netflix, probably stuff like that. So yeah, these are the stuff that right now I'm digging. But yeah, this kind of old school vibe, a little bit more psychological, is the right shit to watch. Alright, people from Horror Expo, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here. Thank you for keeping up with incredible support that you give to the band. It's much appreciated, especially now that we can go on tour. Everything you do for us, like buying a t-shirt, listen to a song, download a single, whatever, is extremely important to us, and it keeps the band alive, and so we are extremely thankful for that. I really hope that we'll be able to come back to Sao Paulo and Brazil pretty soon, and for now, try to stay well. Try to respect as much as possible all the restrictions for your own health, like wearing masks, the social distancing, and try to, you know, do as much as you can for the community to come back to normality as soon as possible. And yeah, take care, stay well, and never forget to rock and roll and stay positive. Ciao.